We used to talk until the dawn. Now your silence lingers on. Your eyes don't search for mine anymore like they did before. I tried to reach, I tried to stay, but your heart slowly walked away. You smiled less, you felt so far, even when you were in my arms. I felt the change before the end. Love growing weak, pretending to mend. You let the love die, little by little. Stopped holding on, stopped fighting the riddle. I gave you truth, I gave you time, while your heart was crossing the line. You let the love die, you didn't try. You watched it fade, you let it dry. I loved you deeply, you let it go. You let the love die, and I felt it slow. The nights grew quiet, cold still. You stayed but lost the word. Every word became a wall. Every touch meant nothing at all. I begged in silence, not aloud, afraid to say what I felt now. I held your hand but you were gone, still breathing but not holding on. I carried us when you let go. Loving alone, loving slow. You let the love die, little by little. Stopped holding on, stopped solving the riddle. I gave you truth, I gave you time, while your heart was crossing the line. You let the love die, you didn't try. You washed your face, you let it dry. I loved you deeply, you let it go. You let the love die. Life goes its Maybe love needs two to say, not one heart flagging it not to fade. I stay too low, but stay too true, trying to save what you withdrew. You let the love die, and I survive with open wounds and sleepless nights. I loved you gently, I loved you real. I told everything you wanted to feel. You let the love die and walked away, while I still wished you choose to stay. I loved you fully, heart and time. You let the love die, but it was wine. You let the love die, and I had to let you go. I knew the signs, I felt the doubt, but I stayed when you checked out. Every warning in my head faded when you smiled instead. I chose your heart above my own. You crossed the lines I swore I'd keep, just to love you a little deeper. I ignored the truth I knew, just to stay in love with you. I loved you past reason, past the pain, past every voice screaming, walk away. I held on tight when I should have run. I gave you all when you gave me none. I love you past reason, past the signs, past the damage, past the lines. I broke myself just to believe in a love that couldn't choose me. You took my silence as okay, while I was quietly breaking away. I learned to smile through the age, just to keep you from the truths I couldn't say. I became small so you'd feel tall. I answered every time you'd call. I waited through the long goodbyes, calling love what was just lies. I confused pain with being true. That's how much I loved you. I loved you past reason, past the pain, past every voice screaming, walk away. I held on tight when I should have run. They gave you all when you gave me none. I loved you past reason, past the signs, past the gathers, past the lines. I broke myself just to believe in a love that couldn't choose me. Maybe love isn't meant to hurt this way. Maybe I just loved you too much to stay. If love means losing who you are, then maybe that's not love at all. I loved you past reason, and now I see I lost myself within endlessly. I gave you grace, I gave you time, while you slowly crossed the line. I loved you past reason, but now I'm free from loving you more than lovely. I'll take my heart, though torn and bruised. I loved you past reason, and I loved you past reason. Now I choose me. I learned to love with quiet hands, not too fast, not too planned. Every word I almost said, I kept inside my trembling chest. I watched your eyes, I read the signs, I traced the spaces between the lines. I didn't rush, I didn't fall. I loved you gently, that was all. I built my heart on fragile ground, afraid of breaking what I found. This was careful love, soft and slow. Every step, afraid to show. I held you close, but not too tight. Scared to lose you in the light. Careful love, full of fear. I loved you most when you were near. I gave you pieces, not my whole, protecting what I couldn't control. I smiled through words I couldn't say, saved my feelings for another day. I chose silence over truth, afraid honesty would lose you. I learned your moods, your fragile ways. I shaped myself so you would stay. But even love that walks on glass still finds a way to crack at last. I thought being careful was enough. I didn't know love needs more trust. This was careful love, soft and slow. Every step, afraid to show. I held you close, but not too tight. Scared to lose you in the light. Careful love, full of fear. I loved you most when you were near. I gave you pieces, not my whole, protecting what I couldn't control. Maybe love needs open scars, not guarded hearts, not silent wars. Maybe loving without fear is braver than just staying near. Careful love, but it still hurt. I played it safe, but lost my worth. I tried to love without the fall, but careful love still breaks us all. Next time I love, I'll love out loud, not half asleep, not half allowed. I'll give my heart, I'll give it whole. No careful love, just honest soul. I loved you carefully, but love was never meant to be safe. I held you softly, not too tight, afraid you'd crack beneath the light. Every word I chose with care, like love could shatter in the air. I watched your moods, I read your face, learned how to move, learned my place. I bent myself so you wouldn't break, even when my heart would ache. I walked on floors that felt too thin, just to keep the peace we're in. I loved you like glass, fragile and clear. One wrong move and you disappear. I stayed so gentle, I stayed so still, hiding the hurt, bending my will. I loved you like glass, afraid to breathe, scared if I spoke you'd leave me. I held you carefully, held you fast, but even glass was meant to crack. I swallowed truths I needed to say, chose silence so you'd always stay. I fixed the cracks you wouldn't see while you leaned all your weight on me. I shined you up, I hid the breaks, took the blame for every shake. But loving someone breakable doesn't mean your heart is unbreakable. I gave you softness, gave you space, but lost myself in the shade bright made. I loved you like glass, fragile and clear. One long move and you disappear. I say it so gentle, I say it so still, hiding the hurt, bending my will. I loved you like glass, afraid to breathe, scared if I spoke you'd leave me. I held you carefully, held you fast, but even glass was meant to crack. Maybe love needs stronger skin, not fear of how it might end. Maybe I confused being kind with slow release. to protect what I couldn't say, and that's my voice trying to behave. Next time I love alive, not walking on fear just to survive. I won't hold hearts that cut my head. I loved you like glass. Now I understand. I loved you like glass, and I shattered too. I don't fall fast, I don't rush in. I take my time, let the feeling begin. Every glance, every small sign, I read your heart between the lines. I don't need fireworks in the sky, just the truth in your tired eyes. I stay quiet, I stay close, learning the shape of hope. I'm not loud with what I feel, but every word I mean is real. I'm softly in love, quietly sure. No promises allowed, but my heart is pure. I don't need forever spoken out loud, I just need you here right now. I'm softly in love, gentle and slow, letting the feeling honestly grow. If love is a whisper instead of a shout, then this is what I'm all about. I notice things you never say, the way you pull back, the way you stay. I don't demand, I don't chase, I give love time, I give it space. I won't rush what's meant to bloom, I won't crowd the quiet room. If you're leaning, I'll be here. If you're scared, I won't disappear. I don't need perfect or planned, just your heart reaching for my hand. Now I'm softly in love, quiet and be sure. No promises, love, but my heart is pure. I don't need forever spoken out loud, I just need you here right now. I'm softly in love, gentle and slow, letting the feeling honestly grow. If love is a whisper instead of a shout, then this is what I'm all about. Maybe love doesn't always burn, maybe it waits, maybe it learns. Maybe the strongest hearts don't rush, they stay, they trust. I'm softly in love, but it's deep inside. Not something I hide, not something I deny. I don't need stars falling from above, I just want this careful love. Softly in love, and I choose to stay through quiet nights and all these days. If love is gentle, steady and true, then softly in love is loving you. Softly in love, and I'm not afraid. We used to talk like time stood still. No silences, which you never will. Your replies came slower every day, like love was learning how to fade. I felt the shift before the end, Your touch felt distant in my hands. You smiled, but your eyes were gone. You stayed, but you weren't holding on. I kept believing we were fine, while you were already saying goodbye. You let go first, I held on tight. I fought for us every night. I stayed when your heart left the room, still loving you like we had time. You let go first, and I felt it break. Slowly watching your love escape. I didn't stop loving you. You just stopped choosing me. I replay moments small and real, wondering what you stopped feeling. I carried us when you grew tired, calling it love, calling it fire. I tried to talk you, closed the door, said nothing's wrong, wanted much more. Stood right there, you turned away, you left me alone before you left. I stayed too long and tried the lie that love survives if one heart tries. You let go first, I held on tight. I fought for us every night. I stayed when your heart left for room, still loving you like we had time. You let go first, and I felt it break. Slowly watching your love escape. I didn't stop loving you. You just stopped choosing me. Maybe love needs to stay. I had one heart begging it not to fade. I would've stayed through anything if you hadn't already left within. You let go first, and now I see I was letting you alone, not we. I gave you truth, I gave you time, while you were crossing the line. You let the first, then I survived. What's happened wasn't quiet enough. I didn't stop loving you. You just let go first. You let go first, and I had to learn how to let go too. You used to look at me like home, like I was never alone. Every smile, every stare said you'd always be there. But something shifted, something broke in the way you never spoke. Your touch felt far away, even when you stayed. I felt a distance in your gaze, like love was slowly turning pages. changed, I felt it too. The way they stopped looking through me to you. I stood right there, drifted away, without a word, without a fight. When your eyes changed, the truth appeared. You already disappeared, and I didn't lose you all at once. I lost you in the way you looked at me. You listened less, you smiled polite, like I was just passing time. Your laughter sounded unfamiliar. Your silence grew heavier. I searched your face for what we were, for any sign you still cared. But love had left your stare behind and took the warmth from mine. You stayed beside me, but not inside. Your heart had already said goodbye. When your eyes changed, I felt it too. The way they stopped looking through me to you. I stood right there, you drifted away, without a word, without a fight. When your eyes changed, the truth appeared. You already disappeared. I didn't lose you all at once. I lost you in the way you looked at me. Baby, love doesn't always say goodbye. Sometimes it just fades from the eyes. I would've stayed, I would've tried, if you had looked at me like before. When your eyes changed, I broke inside, because I knew I couldn't make you stay. I loved you still, I loved you true, even when you stopped loving me too. And your eyes say to let you go, not because I wanted to, but because love shouldn't have to beg to be seen the way it used to be. When your eyes changed, I knew we were already gone. You never raised your voice at me, never slammed the door. You smiled while pulling farther away, and it hurt even more. You held my hand like you were tired, like love was something you had to try. I felt the end before it came, in every quiet sigh. You didn't mean to break my heart, you just stopped holding it. It was love that hurt gently, soft like falling rain. No screaming, no ending scene, just slow and steady pain. You let me down carefully, like I was something fragile. You didn't leave me suddenly, you loved me in a way that hurt gently. You still asked how my day had been, still said my name the same, but your eyes were somewhere else, already changing shape. I stayed because you stayed too, even when the feeling wasn't right. We were holding on to something that was leaving us each night. You didn't choose another heart, you just let this one say. Yours love deep pain. You let me down carefully, like I was something fragile. You didn't leave me suddenly, you loved me in a way that hurt gently. Maybe the hardest goodbyes are the ones said with kindness. You never meant to make me cry, but you did with your silence. It was love that hurt gently, quiet but so deep. You kissed my sleep, not my soul, and took the rest from me. I don't hate you for leaving, I just wish you stayed honest. Yeah, 'cause love that hurts me still hurts the longest. You didn't break me lightly, you just let me go slowly. That was the love that hurt gently. The door closed softly, but I didn't move. I lingered where our love once proved. Had a shadow every side, held the echoes of our goodbye. I stayed in corners of your room, feeling your absence, tasting gloom. I held the memories, I held the pain, stayed in the quiet through the rain. I knew the chapter had been read, but my heart stayed where we'd been led. I stayed past the ending long after you went, holding the pieces, the love that was spent. I whispered your name, though you didn't hear. Loved you quietly, fought back the tears. I stayed past the ending, through the night alone, carried the warmth of love now gone. Even when the world said I should leave, I stayed past the ending, because I still believed. I traced the spaces where we used to be, felt your touch, and then every laugh, every gentle kiss lives in the silence like this. I stayed when I should have gone, waited the nights that stretched too long. Love doesn't always know its time, so I lingered here past the line. Even when I knew it was done, my heart stayed fighting woe I still believe it. Maybe love lingers longer than it should. Maybe hearts stay where they never could. I gave myself to what we had, even if it hurt, even if it was sad. I stayed past the ending, not ready to go, clinging to the moments we used to know. I loved you gently, I loved you true, even when there was nothing left to do. I stayed past the ending, our hearts still near, through the quiet, through the tears, even when the ending came so fast. I stayed holding love that couldn't last. I stayed past the ending, and I still do. I watched you leave without a fight. No anger, no screams, no desperate night. Your hands slipped gently from my own, like love was something we'd outgrown. I stayed frozen, I stayed still, trying to understand your will. Every step you took away left my heart in slow decay. I wanted chaos, I wanted fire, but you left quietly with no desire. You walked away calmly, no words, no pain, like a soft summer breeze before the rain. I cried inside, but I let you go, even when my heart said, hold on slow. You walked away calmly, and I stayed behind, holding our memories, our fragile ties. I wanted storms, I wanted fight, but you walked away calmly into the night. No final words, no bitter tone, just silence filled the space we know. I whispered secrets you never hear, loved you gently through the fear. I tried to catch you, tried to speak, but love slipped past fragile and weak. You gave no warning, no love goodbye, just faded slowly like the sky. I thought I'd see you, thought I'd stay, but calm can break hearts the same way. You walked away calmly, no Every heartbeat, every tear that won't heal. I loved you fully, I loved you true. Even when you left without a clue, you walked away calmly. I watched it die, leaving the silence inside of my heart. I wanted fire, I wanted fire, but you walked away calmly into the night. You walked away calmly, and I stayed.